Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Accent Training Podcast, a podcast where I train you to improve your English speaking proficiency. My name is Pat. I'm your personal American accent coach, and I'm going to help you train the sound A today. Here's the trouble. A lot of people don't make a full A sound if English isn't their first language. They'll just make a sound like eh. And there's two problems with that. Number one, it's much shorter than the sound that Americans are making. A, where the voice is projecting in a strong way. And number two, you aren't moving your jaw as you pronounce it. A, eh. Now, our previous episode discussed how to make this movement effectively. What you need to do to get the clearest A sound. In short, you take a good breath in. And as you breathe out, you let your voice project like eh. And then you bring your jaw up and you make pressure between your tongue and your top teeth. Yee. All together, A. Now let's warm that A up. Repeat a few words after me that need a distinct A, or else you might confuse them with another word. Made, med. Bait, bet. Sane, sen. Now, if you moved your jaw on the A for those, then it was clear and distinct from eh. If you didn't, it's likely that they all sounded the exact same to you, and we need to develop this further. Either way, we're going to do the same exercise. We're just going to look at a few common words using the A, and we're going to put them into some quick, simple sentences. It will then be up to you to create larger sentences, larger contexts around these common words. All right, first off, day. All day long. All day long. Say. If you say so. April. Next April. Make. Make it work. Late. Late breakfast. Plane. Plane ticket. So notice this sound can be heard beginning a word, ending a word, or in the middle of a word. You're going to find it everywhere, so you better get used to it because it is an extremely important sound. And a lot of names use this sound too. My last name does, Bateman, A. And you're going to hear it in these names that we're going to talk about right now. First off, a few ladies' names. Ladies first, right? Rachel. Rachel's on her way. Grace. Will Grace make it? Caitlin. Caitlin made dinner. Leia. That's Leia's plate. And a few men's names. David. Or Dave for short. David's coming later. James. Where will James stay? Jacob. Or Jake, for short. We'll see Jake at 8 a.m. Oh, there's a tough one. See Jake at 8 a.m. Give that a shot. Nathan. Did Nathan catch his plane? So far, so good. You may have noticed, as you've likely noticed in the past, that I'm saying them in extra slow motion. I don't say people's names that clearly when I'm speaking. I don't say my A's that defined when I'm speaking. I'm doing it really slowly so that you get used to it, so that your ears adapt and you can start to repeat it. This is the training part. This isn't the real life application yet. We can do training a little slower than real life. And this is going to prepare your muscles and your ears to catch these sounds and use them in a quicker way. However, this next little exercise is going to challenge you on that. I'm going to speak these next phrases as if I were just saying them casually. And I want you to listen closely, try repeating the phrase after me, and identify how many A's are used in each phrase. Let's get to it. I feel your pain. 1A. That's an easy one. They're paid to stay all day. 3 A's in there. Debatably 4. If you count they're paid to stay all day. Then you got 4. The southern accent from the United States would stretch that A out more. They'd say there, over there, over there. I like teaching it like that personally because I think it enhances clarity. I think it's a really good habit. And I think that for people who are trying to get the clearest sound that's recognizable to American ears, pronouncing a full there can be a serious asset to your accent development. However, other coaches might just teach it there. Personally, I wouldn't. I think it just doesn't provide the same level of detailed development. I like focusing on that one because it's a really common sound. Air. Anyway, we'll talk about that more in depth later. Anyway, moving forward, next phrase up. Take your time. We could be here all day. 2 A's in there. It's okay to stay, but you may need to pay. 4 A's in there. Don't stray from the pathway. Stay the right way. Another 4 A's in there. Now, if you were to go back and listen to this episode, listen for the contrast between how I pronounced it when it was in slow motion, A, and how I pronounce it when it's quicker in a regular sentence, A. If you want to develop the regular sentence one, you need your muscles to get used to it. And so you need to start with the slow motion. If you don't start with the slow motion and you try to go straight to making the perfect sound, just like a native English speaker does, you're going to fall flat on your face. You're not going to reach your goal because you haven't trained your muscles to get used to that sound. So take your time with this. Our next episode is going to cover the A sound as well. So if you aren't feeling satisfied yet and you want more so that you can keep on applying this, keep on building your understanding and application of A, then make sure that you're following the Accent Training Podcast because that's how you're going to get updated when the following episode comes out, which is going to cover some key idioms with the A sound. This isn't going to cover every idiomatic expression with the A sound, just a few that you need so that you can start to apply this with focus. That's how you're going to develop more proficient English speaking skills. By simply using the things that you're already good at with a polished up sound and preparation and clear focus when you use it in real life. Well, we're going to wrap things up for today. Thank you very much for being a listener of the Accent Training Podcast. Make sure that you give it a rating on your favorite podcasting app if you like what you learned today. And if you don't like what you learned today, send me a message on Instagram. I'll leave a link in the description. Let me know what you think I could do that would serve my listeners better. Have a good one, folks. Hey guys, looks like you made it all the way to the end of the lesson. You are the true 1%ers of accent training. Look, I know 1%ers who can make it halfway through a lesson, but making it all the way through, you guys are the best. And so I'd like to ask you specifically a question. Is it a priority for you to express yourself in English just as clearly and confidently as you do in your native language? Well, my friend, you're in luck. I have positions available for accent training, and I'm looking for the 1%ers who want to train hard to develop their English speaking for key professional interactions and networking. Now, you're thinking, I really want to train with this guy, and so I need to connect with you. Down below, there's a description box on this podcast episode. There's a link in it that says, Coach with me one-on-one. If you fill out the application there and I see that I can help you, my team will reach out to you in the next 24 hours. You can tell me what you need help with, what your goals are, and we're going to crush it together, my friend. I would love to see you get to the next level professionally. I know that you want the same thing, and I'd love to go with you on that journey. So right now, if you want to partner up with me, if you want to team up with me and go to the next level, I want you to go to the description box below right now, click on the link, fill out your information, and we'll talk to you in the next 24 hours. Let's do this.